Hey there, Prairie Plant Girl here. I picked up some Kniphofia today, or red hot poker, and I just found this little pack at Walmart, and I think it has 3 roots in it, and I'm going to plant them up and get them planted outside this spring, but I'll just put them in pots for now. And I'm going to try and keep them out my greenhouse. We'll see. We're still having cold nights. We're in Saskatchewan, Canada here, so not sure how that'll go, but I'm going to plant them up real quick here, put them out, and hopefully I'll have some nice sized plants to plant out in the spring in a couple of months here when it's warm enough to do so. Right now it is April the 3rd and our average less frost date is around May 20th. So it's coming, but slowly. So let's see if we can get these planted out. I'm in my greenhouse right now trying to take advantage of a sort of nice day out. It's been really overcast, freezing rain, snowing for weeks, but the sun's trying to shine through the windows, so I'm trying to enjoy my greenhouse. So let's I'm going to open this up, see what size these are, and then I'll go from there to see what size pot I need.
Okay, so it's been a few years since I've grown these. I believe they're zone 5 through 9, so not hardy in my area. I'm a zone 4, and it really depends on the variety of Kniphofia. Some I think are even like zone 7 through 9 or something, so not something that's going to overwinter here. Certainly not without a lot of effort. I've tried in the past with some that said they were zone 4. They did not overwinter. So there's what the root looks like. They're even trying to grow maybe, but they're also can be evergreen in warmer climates, so they might just be, that might be a bit of last year's growth that came up after they were cut back and divided. So there's 2. Well, that's a nice big root there. 3. And that's all that's supposed to be in there, but I always like to look because sometimes there'll be an extra little tiny one thrown into these packs. Looks like it's empty. So we want a fairly deep pot, but we don't need super wide. So I'm going to dig through my pots and see what I have, and we'll go from there. So I've grabbed these pots. I just save whatever pots plants come in, or friends and neighbors give me their pots a lot of times after they've done their shopping. But I'm thinking that should be, it's not perfect, but I think it'll be all right for, the 6 weeks or so that it'll be in there. So I think that'll work for these. This one definitely, this one's a little more iffy, but I think we'll still be all right. So I have some soil here. This is just a Pro Mix potting mix. They like pretty good drainage from what I can tell. So I'm gonna actually take some of this peat moss that was their storage vessel here. Just to try and get a little more loftiness, so it maybe drains a little better. And I'm just going to stick some down in the bottom there. Stick my root down. Pretty basic planting. No rocket science to this one. Now it says to plant it about an inch below the crown. So the crown would be that point there where the roots kind of move into the leaves. This area here is the crown. So it's supposed to be an inch below the soil level. I'm just going to do that and try and keep it at an inch below the soil. Now, I didn't bring any water out with me, so I'll have to do that later, but I'm just going to put them in a tray here. And they don't like to be waterlogged. They're really sensitive to that. Their roots can rot pretty quickly. So I try to keep all my trays that are in the greenhouse, they're all my old trays that have holes in them. So the water should just run out if there's excess water. So that's a good thing for these plants. They don't want to be sitting in water, but they do need to be watered in. So like I said, I'll just come back out and do that later when I have some water with me. I can't leave water out here right now. It's still, gets too cold at night. I'd destroy my watering cans. So just a little bit of soil on the bottom. A lot of roots here, so I'm going to kind of mush the soil around so the roots can go down. This one's a bit larger. And then just top it off. And the roots sticking out. Yeah. So there's 3 Uvaria Kniphofia, and as you can see maybe on the package there, it says they're assorted. So I'm not sure exactly what colors, but they're always like hot colors, like reds or like oranges, yellows. A lot of them kind of go two-toned where they start out as red or orange and start opening the flowers at the bottom, and then as they age they turn yellow. So kind of a nice tonal flower. One that pollinators like hummingbirds, butterflies that have like a long beak on them, they love these things because they can get into those long tubular flowers that are all up the stem. So these will get around 2.5 to 3 feet tall, depending on the variety, and then the flower spikes can get even taller and around 2 feet wide. I don't know if mine will actually reach those sizes. Again, it's been a few years since I grew them, and being that these will probably be a 1-year kind of annual plant for me, they might not get to that full potential size. So when I plant them out, they'll probably be just a little bit smaller than that at the end of the season. I may try lifting them and storing them inside. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, but I really enjoy these flowers, so I thought it was time I got a few more back into my yard and into my life. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So thanks for coming along with me while I plant a great pollinator plant, hot weather kind of loving plant, full sun. Like I said, good drainage and at least 6 to 8 hours of sun. If you can give them some afternoon shade in very, very hot climates, that's probably a good thing. But yeah, they love their life in the full sun and well-drained soil. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.